Hey, what's going on, guys? Chosen2 here, bringing you another installment in the Real Talk series. And before I get into that, I just want to mention to you guys about the gameplay. I'm sorry it's not a live commentary. It was meant to be a live commentary. My audio apparently didn't sync, or whatever it didn't do, it messed up, and my audio is not there. So you can't hear me. You can hear the gameplay fine, but you can't hear me. I decided to leave my face cam on there, not that I could actually do anything about it, not that I know of anyways. Just so you can see my expressions and stuff. I'm gonna get a De-Atomizer. I'm sorry to spoil that for you, but this is about the Real Talk series. So let's get into the topic of the day, which is Call of Duty COD. And this is going out to Activision, to Treyarch, to Sledgehammer, to Infinity Ward, to Raven Software. Not that I think they're gonna actually watch this video or that it's gonna get enough recognition for it, but we're talking about COD, people, and the state of it, and going forward, what it's going to be like. And what it's going to be like is supply drops. Point blank, period. If you don't like it, well, you better learn to like it. Or if you don't like it, you better learn to like another game, because they're going to be here. And they're going to be here for a long time, as long as they keep making money off of it. And that is just the honest truth. We keep putting money into their pockets. They're going to keep releasing games with supply drops in them. That is the simple truth. And if you do not realize that, then I'm sorry. I'm really sorry about this, but you are an idiot. And that is not a shot at anyone. I am just saying, a lot of people don't like IW. Why? Because of, first of all, supply drops. Second of all, because of variants. Third of all, because it's just a bad game. Okay? I don't think it's that bad of a game, but the majority of the community thinks IW is a bad game. I thought AW was a bad game, but apparently a lot of the community liked AW. I thought Ghost was a bad game, which most people thought was a bad game. Okay? We're getting into this trend like, okay, the last few Call of Duties have been really bad. Why? Supply drops. That's just simple as that. Not that Ghost had supply drops, but they didn't introduce. Black Ops 2 introduced the Peacekeeper, which was the first weapon piece of DLC we've ever seen in Call of Duty. And then Ghost came out. And then we saw, 2 more weapons get installed into DLC and downloadable content to where you can buy it. And then AW came. So we've been watching this trend upward ever since Black Ops 2. Like, okay, we could see them keep adding weapons. And they started adding camos and all this other stuff for your characters and all this other crap that we did not need in Call of Duty. And my question to them is, where's all this money going? Is it just going in your pockets, Activision? Which more than likely it is, don't get me wrong, but why isn't this money going towards building a better game? Have we asked ourselves that? They make millions of dollars off supply drops. Get it? Millions of dollars off of supply drops. You understand me? Like, they make a lot of money off supply drops, and yet it's not going to building a better Call of Duty, which I think is a shame and an insult to the fans of the series. Not just new, but older fans. They're kicking out the older fans, and this is just straight facts. They're kicking out older fans to attract a younger audience. It's the truth. Look at AW. Look at the clown suits and the gingerbread suits and all these other colorful different suits. That's not appealing to an older audience. That's appealing to a younger audience. They haven't added anything too crazy like that in IW, but they had it in Black Ops 3, I think it was. And I enjoyed Black Ops 3. It didn't have any pay-to-win type weapons in it. They had some really good ones, and then they had some really bad ones. But for the most part, it wasn't pay-to-win. AW was pay-to-win, at least in my personal opinion. We all have our own personal opinions, but I felt like AW was pay-to-win because they had so many good variants in the game. And I promise you, I never got one of them. Not one of them. Not that I really spent any money on AW, because I knew from jump that I wasn't going to like the game. Like, I told my best friend, I'm not going to like this game whatsoever. Like, I'm going to hate it. And I did. I called it before the game even was released. And so then you have Black Ops 3 come out. Love Black Ops 3. Again, wasn't pay to win, or at least I didn't feel that way. Some people did, which I think is completely preposterous, honestly. It was not pay to win. And then you got IW, which, again, we're back to the whole pay to win system. But to me, IW did it a little bit better than AW because of the simple fact that the variants aren't as good. And don't get me wrong, some of them are dominant than their base variant. Like the Invective, I feel, is so much better than the actual regular K-Bar. I don't feel like the flatline is that good. You know, I'm not going to get into all that, but I'm just giving you a few examples. You know, the epics in this game are a lot less powerful than they were in AW. The epics in that game, or whatever they were called, were ridiculously powerful. At least some of them. Then they had some, you know, they had other versions, rares and, you know, enlisted versions that were better than their base variants too. Don't think the epic variant was just the best variant of that weapon. It wasn't. If you played AW, you know. I know. I didn't play that long, but I do know. And again, IW is following that model, but just in a different way. Obviously, we see them releasing weapons that you can do challenges for, or season pass holders have access to that weapon. So in some sense, it's kind of pay to win, because if you're a season pass holder, you get it from jump and you don't have to do the challenges, which kind of promotes people to go out and pay for the season pass so they don't have to do the challenges, you know. Or you can sit there and do the challenges, work hard for it, and get it that way, which is kind of fair in a sense. Because, you know, you're not rewarding everybody. Obviously, if you paid for the season pass, you know, you get it first. It's like how it was in Ghost. If you had the season pass, you got early access to those weapons. You know what I mean? It's kind of that same way, but in a different way. I don't know if that makes sense. But, yeah, this is the state of Call of Duty. Supply drops, maybe variants, but we know that the next Call of Duty is a World War II game. How is that going to work exactly? That's a lot of questions people have been asking. Like, how is, not necessarily variants, but supply drops going to work in that game? I don't want to see candy canes and gingerbread men in colorful suits running around in a World War II setting where it was very bloody, very violent, okay? Nobody wants to see that. And if your kids can't handle it, well, they shouldn't be playing Call of Duty, okay? I'm just going to say it like that. This is Real Talk, and this is where you come to hear Real Talk. But anyways, guys, that's going to be all for this video. If you enjoyed the video, like the video. If you're new, subscribe. And remember, this is Chosen 2, signing out.